There we go. Yeah, we in here. We in here.
What's up, my boy? What's going on?
What's going on, man? We here. We a hour behind. You know what I'm saying? Steve had to watch his you know what I'm saying, future Bron get busy. How was the game, man? Tell us. So we're an hour late. Steve's and I had a game, b-ball game, first year, right?
First year, bro. First time really playing. Well, he played soccer. First time really playing an organized sport where he get to kind of see like it's intense, it's competition, it's band, it's people in the crowd cheering for their babies and their players. No man, first time he ever got out there to really do something, man. He did all right. You know what I mean? We all want to, go out there and I be trying to even with myself, be like, bro, this is not you at that age. This is not you now looking at LeBron and them play. You can't be thinking that they gonna go out here and just do it like this. You know what I mean? It don't work like that. Especially for a lot of these kids, bro, who really just out here. You know what I mean? So
Right.
a lot of fouls, a lot of traveling, a lot of double dribbling, a lot of missed shots and just throwing it at the rim. But had a good time, man. I even got the coach because usually I see now you have a coach and say you have one coach that's the main coach, and then he usually has somebody else on the bench helping. And my coach didn't have nobody on the bench, so I, went up and walked my little half ass over there. Referee tell me, hey man, you gotta sit down, I'm gonna give you a tick. You only have one coach standing up. After I'm arguing fouls, they shoot free throws and we ain't shot no free throws. Yeah. So yeah, man, it was pretty cool though. Pretty cool experience for everybody, man. Everybody enjoyed it. The family came out for him. My mama, grandmothers came, my wife, mom, parents came out. So it was fun, man. It was fun. Good first game. A lot to work on. A lot to work on. But yeah, man, good first
Did he
game.
have fun?
He did, bro. He had fun and he didn't want to quit. He wanted to do it again. So that'd be the main part. That's the main thing.
Week to week.
Week to week. You know what I mean? As long as he happy, man, I'm willing to invest in it. But yeah, man, that's it, man. That was it for me, man. What you got going on?
Man, can't call it, man. Ain't none of my kids doing no sports right now, but they ready. They ready to get busy. But no, man. Look, I got a game today. I got a scrimmage. You know what I'm saying? Still
Are you
playing
gonna
this
play
stuff,
today
bro.
though? Are you going
Yeah,
to
man.
play?
I've been look.
Alright.
Unless the weather, because right now it's raining. And it's a scrimmage. It's like thunderstorming and all that. So we'll see if they cancel it or not. But hopefully they don't cancel it. You know what I'm saying? And we can get a little, a little dirty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But
Bump
that's what's up,
some
man.
elbows.
Well next week, man, I just want to go ahead and kind of set it up, man. Next week we got a guest coming on, man. We had a kid out of Woodland High School here in Stockbridge, Georgia, man. They just committed and he's going to Stetson. His name is Jabril Muhammad. He'll be going to Stetson University. He had a lot of offers on the table, man, but he's looking, I guess, for a more academic, type
Nice.
path. But he loves the game of football, so he'll be on next week to talk with us, man. He just literally just texted me that I love the moment. I'll be on next week. So,
Hey man, that's what's up. That's what's up. Shout out to him. But yeah, bro. So I mean, it's been a wild week, a wild week. So I guess we can just jump right into it, my boy.
but let's talk about Dion, man, in prime time, and let's talk about the HBCUs. Because man, last week we talked about it briefly, but it said KB number 3. Hey, listen. So we talked about Dion last week. We talked about him and the possibility and the rumors of him going to Colorado. Well, there was no rumors no more. It's come out. He is accepting the job. They gave the details of the contract out. A lot of extra details about stuff coming out too, man. The man car was broken into like once a week for the last 6, 7 weeks. His son's car has been broken into consistently, like they're being targeted. I didn't know Jackson. This is Jackson University. Jackson State was in the hood. So,
Yeah.
I mean, most HBCUs are in the
No, in the
hood.
hood.
I mean, don't
Yes.
get me wrong. I mean, it's HBCU. But when you get to the point where the man come back from a game and his locker been vandalized and stole the man watches and wallets, and it's kind of like, when do we want better for ourselves? Like, the man came here to help, and I ain't saying that's the reason why he left. I'm not saying it's justifying him leaving the way he did. It's just crazy, man. Some of these details come out. The money went right. The money missing from the football team. The football program missing money. The school don't know where the money at. His salary, he ain't getting paid like he's supposed to on time. He ain't getting bonuses, and it's just like it's an N-word operation going on.
Hey,
You know
man.
what I mean? That's a bad
I,
word, bad way to say it. But I mean, at one point, bro, for yourself, like, when do we want better for ourselves?
and that's what it comes down to, man. I think it's one of those things to where I saw a video of somebody breaking it down. They were like, people, the same people that are complaining about him leaving are the same people who don't give back to their own HBCUs. You know what I'm saying? Who don't pay their alumni fees. Because that's really where a lot of the money for our institution comes from. Like when you see these Dukes and these Stanfords and stuff, like they aren't getting necessarily huge checks from the government. Their alumni are coming back, donating millions, donating hundreds of thousands. Where are these players that are getting drafted? These players that, you know what I'm saying, went there, that understand, are they giving back? You know what I'm saying? What are they doing to, you know what I'm saying, put the metal behind the message? And like you said, man, I've been following Dion from when he got to Jackson State. You know what I'm saying? So I watched the first few weeks. My man was, he, like you said, he got his car broken into, stuff stolen. At the end of the day, he prime time. You know what I'm saying? So guys, automatically, the Wolves out. They know his truck. They know his stuff. His sons, you know what I'm saying? They got the grills and the watches. The players, it's most, you know what I'm saying? So they're getting robbed. They're getting, not probably personally, but like their stuff getting stolen. You got to think Deion Sanders got paid $300,000 as a head coach of a D1 football team, FCS or FBS, it don't matter. D1, that's nuts. And he gave half his salary back to the school, not to the football team, but to the school so they can upgrade their facilities. He out of pocket paid for the upgrades to their facility. He out of his pocket got them new uniforms, got them a deal. He made Michael Strahan got them the suits, you know what I'm saying? Under Armour went out, got them, they got 4 different helmets, game time stuff. They taking jets, you know what I'm saying? They got to pay for all these different things they got to pay for that he's paying out of his own pocket, and he's not getting his bonuses from making to the bowl game. He not
The
getting
money
the
ain't
money
right. The money ain't
from
right.
his.
We ain't got it, Dion. We ain't got it. We gonna get you your money. We ain't got it right. You know how we do.
Exactly. So it's only so much that a guy could take. So like, yeah, is the money important? Absolutely, but it's also the how the finances are handled. You know what I'm saying? The situation, my situation, not just for me, but for my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, do I want my kids to be out and about and they gotta look over their back because you know what I'm saying? Folks are already breaking in their stuff on a regular basis, and you trying to keep it out of the news because you don't want it to look bad.
So
It's
my thing is like, well, what's next for HBCU football? Where does it go? Right? Because that to me, I don't want that to get lost in all of this, which I think it has. Most people are looking at it like Dion, oh, you sell out Dion. No, I'm going with Coach Prime. Okay, that's all cool. You got to pick a side, whether you like what Dion did or not. You know what I mean? People have arguments on both sides of these ways that I think are valid. You know what I mean? I feel like Dion didn't complete the mission. I feel like if you would have got Travis Hunter drafted, hey, all bets off. You proved to the world that a number 1 recruit in the nation can go to the HBCU and still come out in the NFL as a first round pick. That's all I wanted to see before Dion done. That's the only thing I had a problem with. All the rest of that stuff about selling out and the money, hey man, this I understand. I understand it too. No one wants to live in. Everybody wants better for themselves. Everybody wants better for themselves. Everybody should want better for their kids and their next generations. So if I got a chance to go from a $250,000 salary to $5 million annually, there's no question. It's not even a discussion about that. I'm taking the money and I'm leaving. But at the same time, if I came and I was selling to you guys or selling to my people, hey, come over here. I need all my people to come this way because I'm going to show y'all that if we do really support our HBCUs and we do really give our HBCUs a spotlight, that we can still get to the same place, the same destination. Now, that's my only issue with it is that he didn't complete that part of the mission. But
Now,
everything else, man, take the money. But Travis Hunter has not left yet. I'm gonna say that he has not declared he's leaving. So if Travis Hunter, if he stays, he plays, he gets drafted. He still completed the mission at that point, but you know he's on the way out. You know
he said he hasn't officially made a press release, but they caught him on his Twitch, and he was gaming, and I guess he made a comment. He was like, "Yeah, Coach Prime, let them know we coming. They ain't gonna be doing none of that. We come." So, I mean, I think it's understood that he's going. He's probably waiting until after the bowl game and all that stuff, which is because you can't really get into the portal. And so, I mean, technically you can because the kids from Florida did it last year, but like it's just not a good. It's just not a good look to be in there. But also thinking about it, he did a lot of stuff. Like I didn't know he had that 10. He got a contract with ESPN, 10 years for them to for like $30 million, 10 year, $30 million or something like that. And they are going to broadcast games, HBCU games. Like he has the combine, so they're going to have the HBCU combine. That's a thing that's going to happen. So these NFL scouts are going to come out and see these guys. So I mean, he did a lot for HBCUs as a totality, and he added this coach from Mississippi Valley State to his staff. Like he added.
I see that he did, bro. He brought out the coach that gave them his team the best fight on defense. He went and got that coach. Cool, but now do you help facilitate the next coach? You help facilitate still with trying to bring some of these guys. Hey man, let's leave the NFL alone, and let's leave some of these Cadillac Williams. Perfect example. Now Hugh Freeze wants you on your staff as a running back coach, but why not come to an HBC where you can be the head coach? You know what I mean? Do you start to get those players from those P5 that'll be like, hey, instead of me going back being a position coach at Georgia, let me go down to Grambling. Let me go down to Southern. Let me go down to Auburn State. Let me go down to some of these HBCUs and try to start coaching instead of me always looking for a handout for a Power 5 dog, looking for one of those P5 coaches to bring me on their staff and then just hope I elevate myself to that point.
I think you do, but the problem I think what happens is there aren't enough primes on the FBS level that even give them the attention. So like you can have a Cadillac Williams, right? Say he goes to Grambling, you know what I'm saying, Alabama State, whatever, and he's the head coach, and he does good for like 3 years. And so realistically, you would be like, okay, get pulled up, you know what I'm saying, get an opportunity to be a head coach. So who's going to give him the opportunity? Because a lot of those players a lot of those coaches or ADs and head coaches are going to look at them like, okay, unless you have a name like Cadillac Williams, like the coach from
that's the whole concept, though. You got to have the name. I mean, yeah, you got to be able to coach and connect with the kids, but the namesake is what the HBCU world is missing, in my opinion, when it comes to the coaching level. You don't have the big time names. You got the Eddie Robinson. Okay, well, what if you have, like I said, Cadillac Williams, Hines Ward? You're having people that have notoriety when it comes to their name. The name brings money along. You know, imagine if Shaq was a head, not saying football, but just imagine if Shaq was a basketball coach at the HBCU. Everybody, their mama would be trying to get.
Or you see a coach like a guy like Eric Bieniemy, right? Who for some reason can't get
a job in the NFL.
So you come back, be the head coach of Jackson State, right? And then you keep them, and then you know what I'm saying, you do that, and then you might get that, you know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like are you making a step back to go forward or a lateral move? Because
see, that's how we categorize it, and that's why we're not putting the money into the HBCUs where they can say, well, look, we're not going to pay you like a second hand coach. So it's like a double-edged sword. Everybody's complaining about Deion selling out. How much money? Show me where your donations are. Show me what you donated to the HBCUs in this world. Show me where you been to an HBCU game just to buy the product or watch the game. Show
Right,
me
because
where you're watching the games on TV.
300 grand ain't pulling nobody.
Nobody.
Not nobody to the status of what you need. Like Ed Reed.
He
Ed Reed could
he
do
would
it.
be donating his salary at that point, though. You're gonna have people like they're donating their salary. That's not a real salary. Come on,
Right,
man.
but it's like that's not sustainable. Like that's good to like get them in the door. Like, and if they're really passionate about their, you know what I'm saying, what they're doing. But if they're like, yo, I'm trying to come coach and I'm trying to bring quality guys to our staff, you got to be able to pay. You got to have a pool of a couple million to pay these guys because you want quality guys. You're not going to get a Jim Brewster, Mike Zimmer, Deion Sanders, all these other guys that come to your school and coach. When you want to pay them 300 grand,
Yeah.
500 grand, like you be like, all right, head coach, 500 grand. That's respectable for you know what I'm saying. I guess a FCS head coach maybe, but to bring in names, not everybody want to donate their salary. Not everybody got Aflac and Under Armour and all these 18 jobs. That'd be like, all right, man, I ain't worried about this 300K.
Yeah.
Some people like, I'm worried about that 300K. I want that. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
real. And yeah, that's real. No, that's real. You can't ask people to do something you wouldn't do. I wouldn't never ask Dion to step away from $5 million opportunity and keep getting $250,000, $300,000. I wouldn't do it. I know I wouldn't do it on no day of the week. I'm taking the money twice on Sunday. So I'm just saying. So, but I do want to see the namesake, man. I hope the momentum keep going. I hope that they're able to sustain what Dion did and even elevate it to another level. But it's all about money, man. It's all about money and viewership, money, going to the games. Dion was selling out every game. He's already sold out season tickets for Colorado State at a record deal. So he's proven to be a commodity. You know what I mean? So it's going to be tough.
Now, will the product match on the field?
Oh, no.
That's the thing they got to see.
No.
But like,
Lincoln,
but they said
Lincoln Riley. You think they're going to beat Lincoln Riley in USC?
I mean, I don't think so, but
maybe in a few years.
It'll be interesting to see who they bring and what they bring because this recruiting landscape, and this is a good segue into the next thing with the recruiting. Deion Sanders, this portal. Do you see the kids he's talking about bringing? So you have Brandon Ennis, who's one of the top wide receivers in the nation, was supposed to go to Ohio State. They're talking about because I think Ohio State lost their OC to a head coach job or something like that. So you have him, and he's like, yo, I might wait till February because I just got a call from Deion Sanders to come to Colorado. So a kid like that. So you have Brandon Ennis on one side, Travis Hunter on another side. They're talking about getting Trayon Sanders from Bama. They got another kid from Notre Dame who just decommitted from Notre Dame right after his offer from Colorado. Like it's kids coming. They got their staff. They got the head coach from Kent State. He's their OC now.
OC, yeah, I see that.
I forgot who their DC. Oh, their DC is coming from Bama. He was who was he the DC of? He was the DC for Florida State under Jimbo. I want to say when they were winning like that. I think yeah. So you have him. Like you say, you have the HBCU connect, Mississippi Valley State. He's going to be on the defensive staff. Your O-line coach is coming from, man, I can't remember the top of my head, but they're bringing the O-line coach from a big school. So he's not just bringing his staff from Jackson State. He's also bringing in some guys, some good recruiters, good guys who can teach, and you're bringing these kids on the play. If I'm a D1 kid and I got an offer from Florida State.
It depends on where the offers are coming from. It depends on what position I play. If I'm anything on defense, if I'm a defensive lineman, looking at Jalen Carter about to go number 1, looking at Jordan Davis I'm calling Kirby Smart. Call me. I'm going.
If you're a top guy, right, and say you're not want to go to UGA, Like say Peter Woods, for example, right? Peter Woods, one of the top D tackles in the nation. He had Jackson State as a finalist. It
He
was
did.
Jackson State, Clemson, Bama, and Ohio State. Jackson State was right there. So now I got a D1. Now I'm P5, baby. You come, we playing against USC. We playing against those
You
big
selling
schools.
it now. You right. You can sell that
Now,
now.
so not because not everybody wants to go to UGA, even though UGA produces. It's guys. You look at
Right.
Aaron Donald, who went
Right.
to
Pitts.
Pitt and who balled out. You look at Javon Dexter, who went to Florida, and his
Right.
whole time at Florida has been the defense has been terrible, but they still got him in the first grade. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things.
Imagine
To
what
where,
he would have been besides Jalen Carter right now. They'd have been 1 and 2 in the draft.
boy, it would have been nuts. But you have like Notre Dame, like kids that want to go to Notre Dame, guys that want to go to.
Colorado got legacy. They got legacy players too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying
They got a Heisman
Colorado.
winner.
I ain't saying Colorado doesn't have the capability and the means. I'm just saying Deion finna get his brain beat in for the first year or two, going up against USC, going up against Oregon. I'm just saying.
Well,
I hope not. I'm a root for Brian, but
the thing when you look at Prime, well, his teams at Jackson State, right? Their biggest issue was the trenches because when they were played, that's why they didn't play against the bigger schools. They were like, we can run with anybody, but it's them trenches, them big dogs up front. We ain't ready to stop that yet. But when you bring in, so say you bring in a couple of transfers with D1 experience that's played and has that experience, now you know they can go toe to toe with anybody. Shout out to toe to toe. They can go toe to toe with anybody. And now the trenches isn't your problem. But now I have a 4-star wide receiver that's probably coming from that he got last year. You got the number one player from last year. You got maybe Brandon Ennis on the outside. So you're talking about 3-4 receivers that are 4 or 5 stars that are catching the ball from a quarterback who knows the system. And
I hope so. We're gonna see this quarterback.
Remember, Shador was a 4-star that turned down Bama. Remember?
All right. That? Okay. He ain't been at, he's not been at a Bama type weight program. He's not been at a Bama type nutrition program. Shador has not been at any of that. He's been out there dominating against kids that he probably would have played against in JV in high school. So now we get some real competition. Now we get to see if Shador can really play.
And what happens when Shador throw 40 touchdowns? It's gonna be like a
touchdown. No, okay, what happened when he go out there and he throw a few innocent? I'm just saying, you playing against some real competition. I think that was a talent gap that Deion created in such a small time frame for Jackson State. Like their biggest competition was Alabama A&M.
Like who does USC have? I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I would love to see Travis Hunter lined up against
Addison. Oh, you gonna see it? See it.
And so when you have that, you're like, okay, so they cancel each other out, hopefully, right? But then on the other side, you got.
But wait, we don't know if Travis is what he's supposed to be. He was good in high school. He's dominating against those JV players over there in the SWAC. But we don't know if Travis. We don't know if Travis done came back down to the level of everybody else. We don't see.
He would have been a first-year starter both ways at Florida State, easily.
But that's Florida State. That's how Florida State they got. Florida State got so many gaps and holes on their defense.
He's been a first-year starter at UGA at wide receiver and maybe corner as well. Don't do that. Travis Hunter is that guy. We're not going to do that.
I'm not saying he wasn't coming out now, but he's had a year in Mississippi drinking bad water. So we're going to see.
Don't do that to them.
I'm just saying they've been there. I'm just saying, bro, they've been down there having nutrition. Bro, yeah, bad water, small.
Did you see how much? How big?
I seen him in a walking boot.
Yeah, I mean he got hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
The boy, but before the season started, he gained like 15, 20 pounds of muscle. That boy was a stick when he got there. He looked like a D1 football player now. It's gonna be interesting. I'm all in for Prime. Am I gonna watch Colorado as much
you have to stay until 11 p.m.
I'm not. I'm letting you know that right now. Like, respect the Prime, but I'm not tuning in to the level I was when it was Jackson State because it was just different. You know what I'm saying? Now you just Coach Prime at Colorado. I'll catch it, You know what I'm saying? I'll tune to it. Like I said, I'm gonna go to the first game when they play TCU. I'm gonna be in the building. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm not staying up till 11 o'clock to watch them
TCU
play.
finna beat them boy like a drum.
Hey man, is their quarterback staying? Is he?
He's in the Heisman race.
That's a big question mark because you look at Pitt and people thought Pitt was about to be nasty, and then they lost their quarterback, and them boys look like Miami.
Look like who?
Miami.
Man, leave the Hurricanes alone, man. They suffering enough. Uncle Luke and Fat Joe on internet fighting and stuff. Talking about who discovered trick dad in. Who discovered flies. Like, Miami going through it right now, man. Leave them guys alone down there.
Right. Boy, especially on the recruiting side.
Mario don't know what he's doing. He going in there with them
straight legs.
Straight legs.
Don't love myself when nobody
hey, boy, that was wrong. Boy, that was so wrong for that.
That joke was funny, boy. That joke was funny. But yeah, man. So what do you think the impact is going to be? So recruiting, right? And you might not have been paying attention.
We ready for the championship. We focus on the pecan, the pecans. Whatever that little nut is that they mascot is. I have no clue. It's like a pecan.
Is it a buckeye? Like, what's a buckeye?
What is a buckeye?
I don't know. Because they got an acorn head.
Well, come December 31st, Buckeyes going to be synonymous with loser. So it don't even matter. A dog fight.
Did the last time they lost in the conference playoffs, wasn't it to Georgia? Or am I tripping?
Nah, we didn't play them. They played somebody.
Oh, no, they lost to Clemson.
Yeah, Clemson put that thing on them. I think that was like a 40-point blowout. That was a bad game.
And they had a way better quarterback than they got now.
Listen, man, their offensive line is going to be demolished. When I watched what Michigan did to their offensive line, bro, I'm telling you, Georgia's number 88 is having one of them Jadeveon Clowney type breakout. Well, he was already a good pick, but now he's just a big monster.
I hate that he wears number 88. It's ugly, and he needs to not wear that.
Yeah, I'm not really with a defender.
What is this, 1972? Get out of here.
I mean, he playing like that, though. He like that. He really should have on number one. He really should have number one.
Remember the Titans wearing number 88.
Julius Campbell. Strong side linebacker. Strong side.
Strong side hit ass, boy.
Hey, man, where's Remember the Titans in your football all time?
I mean, I got to put it, it's top 3.
Definitely top. Remember the Titans is definitely a top 3 football movie all the time. I will say that. I'm with you on that.
All right, so segue, top movies, because I'm thinking you got the longest yard. You
put the longest yard before Any Given Sunday? You just named my about that.
You got
Any Given Sunday got to be up there. Al Pacino, that speech that he gave at halftime, every inch, his inches all around us. Oh, man, come on, man. You can't beat that, bro. That's like the ultimate football.
Any Given Sunday, longest yard, The Water Boy. You got
Water Boy.
What's the Recruit? And at the jump where he was shooting a dude on the field, he run down the field, busting. That's nuts. Who came up with that idea? It was like, so we're gonna be running down the field, right? You're gonna pull out a gun and you're gonna shoot him as you run it down the field. Like that's crazy.
What about Friday Night Lights?
Ooh, Friday Night Lights.
You can't forget that. That was the football.
Friday Night Lights
that might be the movie.
That might be number 1.
That might be the number
Permian
1
High School.
movie.
Shout out to them. They like 2 hours away from here. Them boys.
Booby Miles.
Booby Miles, real man. Let Booby spin, baby. Them boys still wear the white helmets with the P on them.
Man, when bro hurt his knee, bro, that was just like, he got in the car with his uncle. Oh, that's still to this day like one of the toughest.
Yeah, man.
Toughest.
I mean, when he didn't score at the end, and he came up this close.
That was a good movie, man. That wasn't a bad movie.
What about the movie? Okay, so you got that movie. Then it's the movie about the Carver High School. I forgot the name of that movie, But remember, they did a movie about Carver High. You know, they lost to Carver, but they did a movie about Carver High School. So they had like Jesse Armstead was there and all that. Yeah, man. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with.
Oh yeah, Herschel Walker movie, Radio.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot Herschel Walker had a movie. He had his own movie. Herschel Walker been famous. Y'all just not knowing.
Boy, I'm not gonna do that joke. But that's one in my head. Shout out. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not going to do it.
I forgot Herschel started his own damn movie. I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah. I gotta go Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
Remember the Titans and the Water Boy.
I gotta put Any Given Sunday up there, bro. I can't leave that one out. Willie Beeman was in that. Lawrence Taylor was in the movie. Him and LL Cool, they got to fighting for real. You ever heard Jamie Foxx tell that story? Bro.
He thought we were really.
He said, man, he slapped me on my helmet for real, like in that scene when he slapped my helmet. He said, but my head was ringing. He said, all I told myself is, John, just hit him. He said, I hit him and he ain't moved. Yeah, bro. Any Given Sunday got to be up there for me. Remember the Titans, and then Friday Night Lights.
Shout out to JV 9th grade. Our coach used to put, before the game, we would sit down. We would share pizza. 2 players share one pizza before the game, and we would sit in the mat room, the wrestling room, and he would put on Any Given Sunday, and we would sitting there for like 2 hours before we started warm up. Every game, Any Given Sunday. I mean, not Any Given Sunday. Remember the Titans.
If coach playing Any Given Sunday for y'all,
every Thursday.
I don't know what y'all kind of concept y'all got going on.
Every Thursday, sitting down. Freshman year, every Thursday. Sitting down, remember the Titans, eating some pizza, listening to Eminem, listening to Eminem in the headphones.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. You listening to Eminem? That was your war. That was your war song.
No, my warm up song was "Kill You" by Eminem.
Boy, you need some boy.
Hey man,
go to the end of that
joint.
No. Go to the end of it.
We're not listening
to damn Eminem. Get ready to go play football. We need some.
2001.
Bro, we got to have Pastor Troy. We ready. We got to get crunk. You know that beat drop. Come on, man. You know you got to have that.
2001 was prime.
We ready. You know that. We ready. They do that to this day. Ask Marcus when we were beating on the Browns in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The Falcons cranked that up. The game was over. You did.
Nah, bro. Give me that. Put on that Slim Shady Kill You.
Man, we ain't talking about listening to damn Marshall Mathers, man, before we go out here and play football. We not going to go.
And then it's time to go, baby, because I'm
going to listen to a whole bunch of metaphors, man. We trying to get some beats, man. We trying to get ready, man.
Get in my zone.
Why you crazy?
But yeah, man. Nice little segue, man. Shout out to Remember the Titans, man.
Hey, man, definitely, man. Thursday night football, man. Let's talk about the pros, man. Let's get these picks in. Let's see what's going on this week. Let's talk about the game. Thursday, man. Who played Thursday? We had
Raiders versus Rams. He lost them.
Bro, wait a minute.
Mayfield was on the team. My man had jet lag.
Hold on. Y'all let Baker Mayfield drive 97 yards.
98
yards. And won the game with a walk-off touchdown, basically. Bro, what's going on out there in Las Vegas? I told y'all need to move y'all ass to Birmingham. I said that, bro. Vegas is just not a good spot. I think any team that went to Vegas is gonna be jinxed anyways. But just in my opinion, me and my wife was out there when they were building the stadium, and they told us how the deal was kind of broke up behind the scenes, and the kids that owned the strip kind of didn't go by the parents' wishes, and they let Walt Disney in, and now Vegas about to turn into a whole like family events type place. So the Raiders had their party doing that. That man told us in that Uber that me and my wife took that team was gonna be cursed because of how the kids broke their deal behind the parents' back. It look like it's coming to fruition because y'all had John Gruden sending emails about people behind their back. Now you got Josh McDaniels in here, bro, and y'all have led in every game this season. Y'all have had the lead in every game. And lost. All but 3.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you talk about it. I ain't got nothing to say.
The life of a Raider fan, man. Like, the defense has been terrible for the better part of a decade. Um, Showed last night. There's nothing that people blame Derek Carr because he's a quarterback. And he's not perfect. He's a mid-tier, maybe but range between 12 and 16, what I'm saying, as far as caliber quarterback in the league. He has, great stats when it comes back and all that good jazz. Number one running back, all that. None of them got a chance to win the game last night. Thursday. None of them got a chance. It was the defense. The defense. The defense is so bad that you let Baker Mayfield and a rundown Rams wide receiver core,
Who was that wide receiver?
Van Jefferson, of course, shout out to Florida. Um,
I know that. I know that had hurt. He caught that touchdown.
Cup, yeah, he did. Cup is hurt. Woods is gone. I think they got the guy from Chicago. Either way, they shouldn't have gone. And then you have Baker Mayfield. And I'm sorry, the same Baker Mayfield that just got fired from Cleveland, who went to the Panthers for free. He was so bad, they fired him. They didn't even want nothing for him. And he gets picked up and he comes in. And the coach is like, look, we're just going to tell you the routes in the play. This boy had a day or two of practice and beat us. Not only beat us, but came back down 13-14 and beat us. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect it, man. I'm glad I didn't do a pick 'em this week because you would have definitely messed up my pool or my picks. So you definitely would have messed it up.
I did a pick 'em. Now I didn't pick before the game started, but I definitely would have picked us to lose, which we did.
Now when they told me Stafford was out and they playing the backup quarterback, Cup is out, bro, there's no way y'all should.
We shouldn't have, man, but we find a way, bro. We find a way. If anything, my Raiders, boy, you see the look on my face, like it's to the point. This guy asked me on Twitter. We were talking about Gator stuff, you know what I'm saying? He said, man, how do Raiders feel? Because, my picture has the Raiders and Gators in there. And I said, bro, I'm numb at this point. It's like when you've been treated so bad by something, you just either you walk away or you become numb to it. And I'm not going to walk away from my fandom because as a grown adult male, I just think it would just be disgusting to be cheering for a team and then just all of a sudden just pick up a new team. Like, who does that? Who does that? I can't do that.
I've seen it.
My PlayStation name has Raiders in it. You know what I'm saying? My PlayStation name. I have stuff in my house, Raiders. You know what I'm saying? I got helmets. Like, I can't just do that. Like, the reputation, I would look like a quitter in front of my kids. So I have to stay.
I guess that same concept applies to the Cowboys fans. So I'll leave them alone.
Hey, look.
They should. I feel like all the Cowboys fans that look like us should have left about 2 weeks ago when they seen Jerry and that picture standing outside that school. But that's just my opinion. I'm going to leave it alone. All the Cowboys fans tell me that I need to leave them alone being too hard on Jerry, so I'm going to leave them alone.
They would think that. But yeah, man, my Raiders. And now, so stupid that they didn't re-sign. They didn't pick up Josh Jacobs.
And now he balling. Well, listen.
Now he's balling. Now you got to pay him.
Hey, Arthur Blank. Arthur? Yeah, I know a running back. He's from Alabama. He ain't too far from you. You need
That's nuts.
Give him a check. 3-year deal. 3-year, $12 million. 3 years at 12 per. 12 per. I give him 12 per.
Yeah, I give him like 24 mil for 3 years.
Yeah.
Something like that. Fully guaranteed.
Well, no, hell no.
Well, you can guarantee.
I guarantee the first year.
You can guarantee about 70% of it. That's usually how they do.
I've learned with free agent running backs, they hit or miss. You can get a Michael Turner, or you can get a Steven Jackson. You better give him a 1 year deal.
They ain't gonna take that 1 year deal. He gonna get.
No, I mean 1 year fully guaranteed. Everything else beyond that 1 year is not guaranteed. We can have incentives inside that deal, but running backs aren't getting paid like that anyway.
But that's what I'm saying. Like he'll get 3 year 24 mil
I can see that.
with 17 guaranteed.
I can see
Something
like
like that. You know
I'm willing to do that for Josh Jacobs. I'm willing.
But that's how bad the front office moves was. You didn't pick up none of the options for any of the guys coming up, which is Cleveland Farrell, get it, Abrams, get it, and Jacobs. Jacobs didn't have a bad year.
Maybe they just want to clear house for anything John Gruden touched. Anything John Gruden touched, they probably didn't want to get rid of.
But now your running back is the number one running back in the league.
He's gonna be the number one running back for somebody else.
And now he's a free agent. So instead of picking up that 5th-year option and paying him $4 million, 5, now you got to pay.
They can tag him, but then you're gonna have to pay him like.
No, I don't think they can because they didn't pick up his option.
You can still franchise tag.
You still franchise.
You can still franchise. It's just gonna cost you more. A franchise tag with that 4th-year option. The franchise, yes, you got to pay him as a top 3 back.
Make $20 million
for 1 year.
Stupid.
Best team. We talked about the worst team in the AFC. What's the best team in the AFC?
It gotta be the. It gotta be
the Chiefs. They still lost. But everybody lose every concert every now and again. But
who else you gonna go with? Miami just lost too, didn't they? Did they? Are they won?
They play San Francisco this week, though. We're gonna see. This is the test.
That's his old team, man. He'll beat them. That's the head coach. The head coach. He was their run game.
But it's the master versus the teacher, though. You got that concept. Kyle Shanahan taught him everything he knows.
Yeah. Very true.
All right, let's run down these games, man, and see what we got. Well, no, hold on. Say that the best team in the AFC. Hell, the Bengals look good right now, though.
They just won a game or two. Them boys looking. I still don't think they're gonna make the playoffs.
The Chiefs are 9-3. The Dolphins are 8-4. The Ravens are 8-4. The Bengals are 8-4.
Hold on, man. We forgot something, man. Talk about the Ravens, bro. We got to talk about Lamar.
Well, what do you rank with the Ravens if Lamar comes back? Now they not the second. Well, I mean, I don't even think they're the best team in the AFC North.
Right. I was them and the Bengals. I have to do it, but let's do this. Take it or leave it, my boy, because we got to talk about this. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? Where's it at?
It's time for Take It or Leave It with KB and Steve O.
Are you not entertained?
All right, bro. Take it or leave it. Should Lamar Jackson risk further injury by trying to play again this season?
Yes. Very easy concept. You've already went out there. You've already been out there. You've already been playing. What does that say to your next locker room? Like, damn, Lamar just quit on this. Mid-season. Now, I understand if you would start at the beginning of the season, say, hey, man, I ain't coming. They ain't paying me my money. I ain't trying to risk injury. But you've already been out there. You've already played. And you've already been hurt. So at this point, what are we really talking about here? What are we waiting on? You're willing to jump over jet skis without a guaranteed contract in the offseason. We've seen you willing to do other random crazy acts of defiance and risk injury, even when it's not a contract season. So I think Lamar has this thing. One, he needs an agent. That's the first problem. Your mom can't be your agent. I'm sorry. My mom's not, unless that's her job. Unless she's been an NFL agent before I was born, and that's just what she does. Cool, no problem. If she's been around the business, the behind the scenes of the NFL, and she knows it, now she wants to start her own firm, and I'm her first client. Cool, I'm with all that. Lamar Jackson, mom is nothing. That is the reason why I think Lamar hasn't got this deal done. He has his folks there, and they're not advising him the best. Me personally, I wouldn't have played this season without no contract. Only because, for one, I know the Ravens haven't invested in me offensively. Look at the people around me. They haven't really invested in him. They've invested in the running game, but they haven't invested in Lamar. You haven't gave him a dynamic wide receiver. You got a good tight end. Once he's hurt like he is now, though, what else do you have for Lamar to do? Nothing, just Lamar by himself. The running backs you brought in have all been second hand. You've not brought in a steady, stable, complete running back. You got Drake, Kenyon Drake, Gus Edwards can't stay healthy. Levante Murray, he's been on like 5 teams in 5 years.
J.K. Dobbins, EB.
Like, come on, bro. So, like, let's be real, bro. They haven't really invested in Lamar. So I wouldn't have been willing to go out there and play without no contract.
So for me, I think he should take this warning that the Lord has bestowed upon him and be like, all right, I gave them a shot because they didn't do anything. So everything you said, right, to why you wouldn't have played the beginning of the season is why I wouldn't come back now. Even more the fact that I want to come back now because nothing was done. They didn't make any trades. They didn't do anything.
They trying to sign OBJ.
OBJ already said he's not coming back into the playoffs. So that ain't a thing. And
they're 8-4. They're 8-4, so you can't say that. They are 8-4.
Well, he said he's not coming back to the playoffs. So
they got a chance to add him at that. I mean, they can add him if they lock in their playoff spot. Maybe he'll go ahead. I'm just saying that there's a chance to add someone to help. But the OBJ failed in physical. What do we even talk about with OBJ?
You're right. And then, like you say, for the locker room, you have guys that how they look at him. I don't think those guys would look at him any type of way differently than they would have looked at him before the season started. Because if they would have set up,
we 8-4, KB. We better make the playoffs. You better leave now.
Because, bro, I'm already out for 4 weeks, minimum, at least.
If we keep this thing afloat and say we go 2-2, we're gonna be 10-6. That means we're right there in the playoffs. You gonna leave? We right here.
If your quarterback won those 4, I would be like, I don't know, I might play the playoffs.
Bro, you got to. We're not 4-8. If we 4-8, and this is the Atlanta Falcons we're talking about right here, they look kind of iffy. Hell no, I'm with you, maybe. But as long as there's a chance that we can make the playoff, if you can get that playoff check, we can't miss this playoff check.
I would probably take them 4 weeks. And then I probably take like an extra week just to make sure I'm 120%.
Bro, it's game 17, week 17 at that point, bro. We got to make the playoff. We need this win. We're gonna be playing the Bengals probably for a playoff spot.
So what happens? So I'll be like, all right, if you want me to come back, sign me right now.
They're not doing that. Lamar already said you said when the season started, Lamar, you weren't negotiating in the season.
Guess what? If you want me to come back for this last game, with the fact that I just had this PCL is right next to your ACL. You messed that up as a running back, as a quarterback.
It's a PCL, it's an ACL, and an MCL in there, Lamar. You knew all of this before you played.
If one of them things gets strained and you want me to come back, you need to sign me. I need some guarantees that I'm protected.
I don't even think you can. I don't even think you can sign
yeah, you can.
In like week 17. I thought that stuff had to be all done by like a certain period of time.
No, I think you can. I think it's when you're
But Lamar already said he's not negotiating during the season. He's not receiving. He should.
Give me my money. Give me my money.
Oh, y'all didn't want to pay me. I don't want to hear nothing else you got to say.
If I'm not staying, I guess I look at it as like this. If I'm Lamar, if I'm not staying, I'm not playing. But if I'm I'm willing to come back, hey man, it's a cutthroat game. And guess what? These coaches, front office, they are cutthroat. And it's you in a position of power at that point. Leverage your power.
You got guys in that locker room. You look at it, brother. And when you brothers, you got guys in there who really have a shot of making the playoffs.
You know how many brothers they got that's at home right now with no money and the torn up.
But they didn't start the season with you, bro. It's different. You've been in locker room.
It's about my life.
And you the leader, and you are the leader of this team.
It's about my life.
Like that. You can say that, but Lamar, you making hella money. You making money hand over fist off the field. You on every commercial.
If I come out there and tear my knee up, and you don't give me $100 million, my brother's gonna come and take care of me.
Well, you didn't care about that when you played all
I
through
care
these weeks.
now.
We
I
and we
care now.
no, nah.
I care now. I had
Lamar
I
ain't
had an
even like I
awakening.
said again. That's not even a good PR wise. Your PR person would be like, "Hey man, you really gonna mess
Lamar's
our
like
money up. You're gonna mess our
Lamar's like
money up going
KD.
into next season."
Lamar's like KD out here, man. He
Nah,
like, man, whatever.
nah, he ain't. He ain't no proven commodity of winning like that. KD has a record of. KD got championships.
No, KD was on a team that got championship.
He helped them beat LeBron. They couldn't beat LeBron without him.
Well, that's what happened until they get somebody around them. You get him a Steph and
Well,
a Clay.
Lamar, no,
Get
you
him a
don't.
Steph and a
No,
Clay.
it don't work
They let
like
him
that.
get busy.
Don't work like that in football.
Hey man, I wouldn't.
We can't add nobody. We can't add nobody right here.
I'd be like, Coach, I just don't feel it, man. I still feel it
Now,
sore,
that
man.
part I can understand. I
I
don't
still
blame you.
feel sore.
But if
I ain't gonna
you're
come out and tell
if you have a chance, if you're a 10-6 and it's week 17 and you playing the Bengals for play and get in, Lamar's going to play. I'm just telling you that he's built like that. He's going to play, bro. He's not gonna say nothing. He's gonna go out there and play. And when they lose and he get hurt, somebody's still gonna sign him, bro. He's still gonna get his money. He ain't gonna miss his money. Yes.
All right. He ain't gonna get that 300 mil. You tripping?
But they already told him he ain't get that now.
That Ravens won't.
I don't think nobody will. I don't think the Ravens are operating off of ignorance. I think they're operating off of knowing that the rest of these teams ain't gonna do that. Ain't nobody else Cleveland. Nobody else is Cleveland but Cleveland.
He can get Deshaun money. He can get Patrick Mahomes money. What Patrick get? He got 10 years.
50 per.
All right, yeah. So
He's not getting that. You might get 35.
No, man. Give me
if
he got 50. If Patrick got 50, he got one Super Bowl, right?
Deshaun ain't even getting that. Deshaun got 280 over 5 years, bro. That's only what 40.
That's fine. Pay me. That's fine. If Pat Mahomes got 50 a year and Deshaun got 46, 47, put me in the middle.
Deshaun got 56. If he got 280 over 5, if that's right.
Yeah, because he got more than Pat Mahomes.
He did.
So give me, if Pat Mahomes got 50 and Deshaun got 56, give me 50.
LeBron, I got 38. I got 38. I got
you
38.
Ain't got 8, baby. Then you ain't got 8.
I probably give him 40. I got 40 mil.
Dak making 40.
I give him who? That make 45. That make 45.
Exactly. So you telling me Lamar ain't gonna get more money than Dak? That's the market.
No, Jerry ain't in this market.
That's the market.
Jerry's stupid like that. Jerry ain't in this market.
That's the market.
Jerry had to pay reparations. That's part of his payback plan. For keeping that little girl out that school.
Look,
that's why Jerry give it out to black folks.
If I'm the 49ers, if I'm the 49ers,
the who?
Go ahead. The 49ers.
Oh, no. He already said, Kyle Shanahan already said he's not accurate enough for him. I'm just telling you. Kyle Shanahan be on the sideline throwing his clipboard. He done drew up. He schemed up. Listen, Kyle Shanahan will scheme a dude wide open. If you miss him, which Lamar probably has a tendency to do.
I saw a video in defense of that. I saw a video and they were talking about how when you look at the box score, it'll look inaccurate, but a lot of the passes that he has are dropped or should have been, or they were accurate passes that the receiver should have been able to catch. Just saying.
I wish you could say that. You can't say that about Marcus Mariota because that shit.
What would you do if you have Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, and Lamar all in the backfield going like this? Hand off.
You can't do nothing but just, hit the first person that moves.
That's fine.
If you hit either one of those two skill players too many times, they're gonna stop getting up and going to the sideline. So I just keep licking him. McCaffrey, Deebo already hurt. What you mean?
Yeah. But
McCaffrey, when Deebo come back, McCaffrey gonna go put his ass in the tent next. they wrote Jimmy G over there now. It just wrote that Kyle Shanahan can't keep people healthy, man.
All right, man. You're right. Either way, Lamar need to come back, get his money, and I hope he goes to a team that uses his abilities and pays him handsomely, as long as it's
Atlanta,
not the Raiders.
Atlanta, the Raiders might invest in. I
Well,
can see
we
that.
ain't got nothing. But I mean, we got more weapons than the Ravens do. That's for sure.
It ain't hard to have.
All right, man. Let's get to these picks, man.
Let's see who we got.
What's going on with these picks?
Okay. Can we get the fan pick already? That was kind of cool. We appreciate everybody who went in and already
Yeah,
gave us their pick,
let me
man.
see if I can
I
get on there
appreciate
with
that.
my backup phone.
I appreciate everybody who went in and took time out.
Yeah, man. Everybody shout out to
Big
Sports
pick.
Logic because we have some guys.
Talk about this rebrand. We gotta talk about this rebrand.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
Sports Logic is old. Sports Logic is done. We just need to call it toe-to-toe sports and just leave it at that. Give Marcus his 0.5% of ownership of the group.
All right, man. So let's see. Let me go back to day one. I should have had this up. My apologies to all the people out there. Boy, this thing in there. Okay, boom. Nope, that ain't it. All right, so let's search. So yeah, let's go. You can start ringing them off. I'm gonna
All right,
find
okay.
it.
So we already got the first game out of the week, which is Thursday. Everybody picked the Raiders and of course the Rams. Never fails. Browns at the Bengals.
I'm going with the Bengals. Okay, and I have people. Kelvin went with the Browns. Marcus went with the Bengals. Paul went with the Bengals, and Jerry Morris went with the Bengals, and I'm going with the Bengals as well. So Kel's the only one that went with the Browns. What you going with? Oh, Steve, you picked the Bengals too.
I'm not crazy. I ain't stupid. I know what to pick. Deshaun Watson looked so bad last week. If it went for the defense did step up and then come in and say, "Hey, we got you." And I did think that kind of showed like they really are gonna rally behind him and they believed in him. But yeah, that was bad. That was bad.
So look on here, I got the Jets Bills as the next game.
Give me the Bills.
Let's see. Kels went Bills. Everybody went Bills. Everybody went Bills. And then the Texans and the Cowboys.
Man, everybody went down.
Everybody went Cowboys. I'm going Cowboys too. Boy, y'all make it easy. Let's see. Toe-to-toe. What was a lot of toe-to-toe posting here, I have to say.
And we got
what you got for the next game?
Eagles at Giants.
Oh, let's say Eagles and Giants. Okay, here we are. Boom. I'm going with Eagles. Fly, Eagles fly.
I'm rolling with the Eagles as well. I don't think the Giants can do that.
Yep. Jerry, Kelvin, and Marcus all went with the Eagles as well.
Well, everybody took Eagles.
Yep. Let's see. I have Vikings versus Lions. Everybody took the Vikings. Yep. Lord have mercy, boy. It's gonna be some upsets.
Yep. Yeah.
Some upsets. Jags versus the Titans.
Everybody took the Titans, bro.
Everybody picked the Titans. I actually got a feeling the Jags gonna win. I believe I picked the Jags. I can't pull up my picks. You can put me down for the Jags. I got a feeling the Jags gonna pull this one out. Ravens and Steelers.
Yep. Give me the Steelers.
Let's see. You say Steelers. Kel says Steelers. Jerry says Ravens. Marcus says Ravens. I think I'm gonna go Ravens as well, because I think it's just will be a little bit more balanced, not having a quarterback there to save you, put a little pressure on that play caller.
I can see that.
And our last one, Chiefs versus the well, it's not last, but Chiefs versus the Browns. Everybody pick
The Chiefs versus who?
Chiefs versus the Broncos. My bad. Chiefs versus Broncos. Everybody pick the
Don't
Chiefs.
nobody believe in Sierra?
Don't nobody believe in Sierra. And I guarantee you, if you picked the Browns, you're a fool. I don't care what. I mean, the Broncos, you're a fool. There's nobody. The Broncos aren't even picking the Broncos in this game.
Nah.
But this would be the game that the Broncos would win.
I don't even think so.
Yeah, I think they won't score like 9, maybe 10 points. I'll give them a little bit of respect. So we got the last 3 games. Let's go. Patriots and Cards.
Ooh,
Patriots and Cardinals.
I'm going with the Cards.
Yeah, Marcus went with the Pats. Kel went with the Cards. I think I'm gonna go with the Cards. I don't think the Pats. I don't think they're gonna be able to do nothing with them boys. Phone tripping.
Kyler Murray going on. Who's next?
Dolphins and the Chargers. Woo! Boy, you went with Dolphins, right?
Yep.
So did Marcus. He went with Dolphins. Kelvin went with the Chargers. I'm going to go with the Dolphins because that pass rush that they thought was happening.
Hold on. Who you said Kelvin went with?
Kelvin went with the Chargers.
Okay. Marcus went with the Dolphins?
Yep.
Okay. You said you're going with who?
I'm going with the Dolphins as well.
Who? All right. What's the next?
I think it's the last game. Boy, my phone is tripping. Panthers and Seahawks. It's the ugliest game, but it's everybody went with the Seahawks.
Watch the Panthers win. What?
Yeah, I really think the Panthers gonna win. Put me down for the Panthers.
All right. I got you.
That's all the games, my boy.
What's the Monday night? Them two?
Ooh,
No, Pats and Cards are Monday night.
yeah.
What about next Sunday? Who you got Sunday night next week?
Ooh, I don't know who plays next.
I mean
week.
Monday night. Thursday. Sorry, Thursday.
Next week Thursday. I don't know who plays. Who plays? Let the folks know.
Week 15, Thursday night, it'll be Seahawks, 49ers at Seahawks.
49ers, barring any major injuries by anyone.
I mean, they missed their quarterback already. I mean, what else you need?
I don't know, but yeah.
Ooh, I'm going with Gino.
Mm.
They wrote me off, and I didn't write back. Give me Gino.
Lord have mercy.
Give me Gino. And that's it, my boy. I got actually got a funeral to go to at 2 o'clock. So I ain't getting about it.
Yeah, man, I gotta get ready to go myself. All right, man. Y'all know the thing. Like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube. All that good jazz. Shout out for rocking with us. Steve, you got anything?
Nah, man, we just appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Y'all know we'll be back next week, man. Might have a little variation in the times. Basketball Saturday. My life is turned into basketball games, gymnastic competitions, all kind of that kind of fun stuff. But we'll keep y'all posted, man. Shout out to everybody for watching. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. Like it, share it. Make sure you leave a comment to let us know you checked us out. We appreciate y'all. See y'all next week. We out. Peace.
Out of here.